5 D Block General Jada Kiss.
And right now I'm with my cousin Big Reese, baby.
Check it out, y'all. What it look like. It's your main man, Fabulous, man. I'm holding it down with
Reese, my brother Reese.
Reese.
The homie Reese, you already know, man. It's Taylor Gang, I died.
Who you with?
Reese.
Yeah. Who you with?
Who you with?
When I said this brother was coming to the show, so many ladies hit me and was like, he funny, he can sing, he need to be on somebody camera acting. Man, I'm telling you, we got my dog LaTruth in the building. Now listen, I wanted to talk about Fast Cash Records. I wanted to talk about the media group. I want to talk about all these amazing things you got going on, from business to entertainment, from being a public figure and personality. But we got to clear the air first, because there's been a lot of things going on and personally in your life. You know what I mean? That could affect you as a man and as a person. And I feel it's our duty, you know, in the media to let both sides of the story be told, let you get your truth out and clear your chest on anything that's going on out here that might not be truthful, which is crazy because your name is Truth.
LaTruth, man. You know,
right.
Anything I speak is real. You know,
absolutely.
I'm only gonna speak the truth every time.
Absolutely. So, obviously, we've been following you for a minute. Definitely, a lot of people have been doing the same. You know, you've been a public figure, been viral for a minute. Yeah. Millions of followers, millions of views. You make an impact usually every time you crack open that camera phone. You know what I'm saying? Very talented brother, like I said. But you got something going on, of course, with your ex-wife. She came on the show. Okay. She basically aired some grievances. I like to play neutral instead and be like, hold on, wait, we got to get both sides of the story till we get it. Right. So now you here, and I want to give you the floor to be able to, you know, attack, or not attack, but to just kind of defend any of these things that have been going on that aren't necessarily true.
Okay. Yeah, it's been a lot of things said that was like, it's dangerous lies. You know what I'm saying? Things like releasing addresses out to the public. Right. You know, it's projection. She came on the scene and called me a narcissist. And then having to research it, I realized that's what she was. So studying what a narcissist is, I had to just watch the steps in her behavior after the separation. You know, it got worse. But, you know, going on platforms, saying that I'm doing things to her, which was I was just projection every time. Come to find out, these were things that she was doing to me. Yeah. And I just was never the type to really follow her platform and her page to see what she was saying, like in live streams, but to realize she was doing this the entire marriage. Right. You know, I used to get DMs from women all the time, like, "Yo, did you see the video last night? She was talking about your daughter," things like that, man. And I just brush it off like, nah, because she would delete the live stream. Right. So I never even knew about a lot of these things. So
the whole time you just out here living. You just, all right, I'm gonna do what I do. We all publicly saw you pour into the relationship financially, you know, lovingly. It was very public, stuff like that. But you like, okay, I'm hearing these things happening, but I ain't checking for it because that ain't how I get down.
Right, that ain't how I get down, man. I try to stay away from drama, and I honestly just didn't believe it. You know, she was my wife. Right. So when people would say that, I'm just thinking it's just people being messy. Because if she deletes the live, then obviously I have no proof. I can't go back and verify. So I just wouldn't even say nothing about it. You know, I spoke a couple of times, like people saying you was talking about my daughter, and nah, I would never do that. So I wish it was like the way it is now, since all of this stuff happened. Yeah. Bloggers are keeping up with everything that's going on. Because when things become toxic, people hit that screen record every time you open your mouth. So I can say that I'm thankful in a sense that it did go public, because now I'm able to see what's going on. Like, I ain't in the dark behind it no more. Right. So everything that happens now, like the whole hit situation when she said I had a hit on her. I go to YouTube, the bloggers are showing me this stuff. Right.
But before you had no idea. You said I put a hit on you. Nah, I ain't say that. Yeah. And then it goes away because there's no proof. But now you can go back and be like, yeah, you did say that. Yeah. Which is very dangerous, because not only do you do business, but just as a black man in America, and you be in public, you get pulled over by the wrong police that follow the story. They're like, oh, he dangerous, and then no telling what can happen.
It's a dangerous world, man. I seen some cops on TikTok do some videos behind the whole situation. If I would have pulled up at the house, it would have been this and that. And I'm just lucky the officers that came to the house, they paid attention to the facts. You know what I'm saying? They knew, they could tell it was a lie. Right. And the fact that it's been a couple of phone calls like that, in the area from these same situations with her. They already knew it was lies. Like, I don't have a criminal background at all. I never put my hands on a woman in my life. So when you see people just taking recordings, you know, antagonizing you to get you to cuss them out. Yeah. But you're not recording bruises. You're not recording, like, that's what you're going to do. The first time when she kicked me in my lip and busted my lip, I took a picture of it. You know, that's what people do. If you get hit or any of that, you're going to take a picture, you're going to record that. Yeah. Not the conversation argument.
Right. Well, you should. Because sometimes when you're recording a conversation argument, it looks like you antagonizing. Yeah. But if you actually have proof of abuse, you need to take the picture. You need to do something with it to stop the abuse.
Yes. And I want to say this too, just being a content creator, and I'm going to hold myself accountable on this. You know, I taught her the game of social media. We create skits and stuff like that. And I think she just don't know how to separate the two from reality. Like, to go live and say somebody put a hit out on you is very dangerous.
It is very dangerous, yeah.
If people believe you, then you might send people to me to want to harm me.
Right. Especially if you got family, folks that think they care about you, or some people that watch these things can't separate it either. Right. And they might really think that they know this lady or know you in a certain way. It might want to follow up.
Absolutely. And it can't, you need to not do that. If someone puts a hit out on you, go to the police. Yeah. You got the evidence, go to the police, go to somebody that can really intervene and stop that situation from happening. Right. When people go to social media and do it, you have to understand it's for clout, it's for views. And a lot of people just not intelligent enough to know that them views, man, could cause somebody to lose their life.
Yeah, livelihood as well. Livelihood. And y'all got children involved. Kids. You never want the kids to go back and look at these things and develop their own not so positive opinion about what's going on.
Right. So even in these situations, man, like, you leave a situation, a marriage or whatever, you just leave that situation gracefully. It's no need to do all that extra stuff. The kids is going to see it, and especially when it's lies, it makes it even worse, because your kids are sitting around like, oh, was he or she really like that? Yeah. You feel me? So just can't do that. It tarnishes the kids' life forever. They got to go to school. They get picked at. Yeah. People see we created family content. Right. So to even release any of those type of audios and conversations, it's carelessness anyway. Yeah. To portray a certain thing of abuse. Abuse is serious.
Abuse is very serious. Like, and it was one thing if I felt like you were that type of person. Oh, we gotta have a conversation. Just as a man, I gotta be like, hey, bro, this is not cool. Facts. Whether I know you're not, just as a man, you gotta have those type of convos, and you know that's the platform we stand on anywhere. Protect women, but when it's not true, we gotta protect the brothers and the fellas too. Got to. So it, like you said, it could be dangerous, man. So right now, if y'all tuned in on the radio side, man, we got LaTruth there. He's talking about his truth and what's really going on out here. We gonna get to the talents, all the talents in a minute, but we wanted to get that out there, man. I've had a similar situation one time where somebody shared my number on the internet. It's easy to change the number, but I had 1,500 missed calls because of the way they shared it. You know what I'm saying? She was a pretty popular female, and she was like, hit me up right now. And she put my number out there just to get me harassed because she didn't like something that happened. You know what I'm saying? Right. Which I don't appreciate, but it's all good. But what happened with you is not all good.
Nah, my address got leaked to the public, and we have a kid together, so it's like you gotta automatically think in that sense, man. I know people be emotional and they just do things, but if someone was to come to my house, I got my little girl there too. Yeah. You know, that's dangerous. Never put somebody's address out on social media. Nah. And what makes it even more crazy is that the police don't do nothing about somebody releasing your address. Right. And my number was released too.
Yeah. You so that's dangerous though, man. Like you said, an address, you never know what type of people trying to come to that address now and what they coming for. Right. Especially when we got kids involved. We all just got to make better decisions when it comes to emotional, quick, fast decisions. You can't make a decision, a 5-second decision that's going to affect the rest of your life.
Most definitely, man. And I always say self-control. No matter what you're going through, you got to think it through every time. What's going to happen if I act this way? Yeah. You got to. You can't take it back. Nah. Whatever that first action was and you ain't even think about it could land you in prison for the rest of your life. So just that emotion stuff, you got to tap out of that and really think about what's going to happen when you do that.
That's a t-shirt and a bar. I ain't mad at that. Man. All right, man. Let's go. We got to get to the talents now. We did that. I'm glad you got a chance to speak on your truth, to talk about what's going on, and clear your name. You know what I mean? You shouldn't have to, but it is what it is.
Shouldn't have to.
Shouldn't have to.
You know how it is in this world. Like when people go through certain things, you know how it is. Like the way I'm wearing my hat right now. A woman might have been with a dude that might have did something wrong to him.
Right.
He wore a hat like this. He wore his beard like
Right.
this.
Now she's triggered.
Yeah, she's triggered. So when she hears something about a dude who's charismatic or whatever the case may be, it's like, yeah, my dude used to dress just like that. He used to talk just like, and that's how people think. And it's not like that, man, because people look the same, walk the same, and all that, same beard. That don't mean everybody do the same thing.
Nah.
We got people who do that type of thing, but that's those people.
Right.
You can't analyze that and say that that's what somebody else is doing just because you went through that situation. And we see that a lot. So.
Now let's talk about the artistry and the entertainment, man. Obviously the skits and everything like that, but let's talk about the music. Like, at what age, what was the first time you realized, oh, I'm pretty good at this?
Man, I was 16 years old, man.
Yeah.
Yeah, 16 years old, going to the studio, putting out little CDs, mixtapes, and stuff like that. So
Yeah.
I always had a love for the music. My dad is a gospel singer.
Okay. That's where you get it from?
Yeah, listening to him sing, that's where I got the singing from.
Yeah.
But, you know, rapping, you know.
Yeah.
I was just listening to different stuff like Pac and all of them. So.
Right.
And I don't know, I just always had that artistry. I'm a Gemini.
Yeah, you
know?
got but dual sides.
Yeah.
Right.
We empaths, you know what I'm saying? We definitely pour into other people. I've always been that type of person too. If I rock with you, I'm trying to get you as high as me. I don't, that's just me. I pour into other people. I've always seen talents in other people and use my platform for that as well. So, but yeah, the artistry has always been in me. I knew that's what I wanted to do when I was 5 years old.
That's what's up, man. 5 years old, already building this empire.
Yeah.
Wait, let's talk about that too, because like you just said, you're a Gemini, you got both sides. Sometimes it's hard for people to teeter between the business side and the entertainment side, but you seem to have found a good groove. Tell me about that. Like, how do you balance that?
It's a little difficult, but you know, because I'm always in work mode. My mind is always racing. I've been one of the people I had to survive on my own. I lost my mom when I was 5 years old, so I'm constantly doing things and coming up with ideas just to survive. And so, I mean, it can be a little difficult. So that's why, like, even when I'm with my kids and stuff like that, you know, they get on my platform as well.
Yeah.
I taught my little girl how to sing, pouring the same thing into her. I got a 3-year-old, or a 4-year-old now. She just turned 4, singing to her in videos already too. So it's like, I know listening to my dad sing when I was a kid.
Yeah.
That inspired you.
Yeah. That's what's up.
So I try to give them the same thing, something that they can, you know, that they might could fall in love with. That could be a talent for them.
All right. Shout out to the generational. I like it, man. That generational inspiration we talking about right now, man. You do often get your family on the platforms and you build them as well, and I really love that, man. I really like that you show that publicly, because we get so much of that narrative like, oh, black men don't do this, black men don't do that, but you really out here doing it, man. And I see that that's important.
Represent real father game. And see, losing my mom at an early age, I don't even have photos with my mom. So it's like seeing everybody on Mother's Day posting all these pictures of their mom, happy Mother's Day and this and that, and it's like Mother's Day come, I ain't got nothing to post. So it's like for my kids, it's like we know we gonna be born, but we all gonna die one day. So I try to create as many memories for my kids, because I know what I felt like being able to see people post so many images and videos with they parents, and I didn't get to have that. So I didn't want that for my kids. So I make sure I post all types of content with them and everything.
That's dope, man. I definitely feel the same way. Like, even with my parents, I don't think I have one picture with them together. You know what I'm saying? So I try to make sure my kids, like, we got a lot of footage and videos and things like that too, because I want them to have those memories, you know what I'm saying, when they can look back on. But that's amazing, man, to be able to overcome those certain things. And I tell people that too on Mother's Day. Yes, love your mama, show that love, but you got to realize too that there's folks out here that might lost their mama, missed their mama, and don't have their mama. So you got to take both into consideration.
Got to, man.
I know Father's Day lit though.
Oh yeah, most definitely. Always, for sure.
For sure, man. Tell me about what you got coming up as far as the music wise, because you drop these like little snippets and stuff like that, and you know the little things on social media. But when the whole thing coming, my brother?
I'm working on an R&B album now. This will be my first R&B project.
Okay.
You know, like I said, rap was what I was doing the most. 11 different mixtapes. So I definitely can rap with the best of them, but I'm about to come for that crown for R&B.
Okay, they say it's wide open.
Yeah, Kels ain't here right now, so I'm about to. Hey, my name Robert too.
There we go.
So we definitely about to. I'm about to turn up. Drop It Low is doing numbers. Like that's my first R&B song, and the response that it got, was crazy. So so many people been telling me since I was a kid, you should be doing R&B. So I apologize to all the people.
You got backtrack now.
Yeah, my brother Bangkok London, man. He told me that he was just like, bro, you need to do R&B too. So like, I should have did that a long time ago.
It's time now. It's time now. With having such a vast social media platform and fan base, how has that helped you with the music or harmed the music? It seems like it's more of a help than anything.
I feel like it definitely can be a help, but I didn't go viral off of music first.
Right.
That's the thing. So a lot of times if you go viral off skits, funny content like that, they want to keep you in a box. But you ain't got to stay in that box no matter what it is you're doing. Just take it serious. If you want to do the music, you can still do that. And I took a break from the music for a while, so that's kind of why I just stopped doing it. But I'm back to it.
Like, back now.
Love is there, and it's like I want to do that R&B and rap. I'm gonna still get them bars too.
Yeah, I already know. And just hearing the earlier music, you see the influences that you have, and coming up with music being heavy in the '90s, like you know what an R&B single is supposed to do.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Got that Jodeci influence, that Boys and Men, all the real singers. You know what I mean?
Jamie Foxx, man, all of them, man. You know, like you said, Drew Hill, Boys and Men, Silk, R. Kelly, 112, Jagged Edge. Like that bag, man.
Right. A lot of child support money behind those things. A lot of child support is dedicated to those artist albums he naming right now.
Man, they already know what's up, man. I'm bringing that feel back, man. So stay Tyrese. Shout out to Tyrese, man. I'm bringing it, man. Yeah. Shout out to my homie D Rose too, man. Dope R&B. Milo Maestro, one of the great writers in the game. Milo wrote it. I'm working on a project with him.
Dope.
I did the I Hate You More with Milo, so shout out to Milo.
Okay, that's what's up, man. Any specific producers, other producers you working with too for this album?
Nah, not really. Not to just name, you know, it's some people in the bag. I just got to figure out exactly which ones I want to go with.
Gotcha.
Totally. So.
Gotcha. How you go about in your process with creation? Is it you hear a track and then you catch the vibe, or how is that?
For sure. Like when I hear the beat, that hook, that melody comes right to me. It's like with the Drop It Low beat. As soon as it came on, it was like I knew exactly where I was going with it. Yeah, got you, man. That's a lot of artists that do hip hop and R&B, right? Yeah. You know what I mean? They catch that vibe and then they get in the bag. Yeah, because the beat to me is already kind of saying a hook, and I just flow with it like that. That's how I come up with my ideas for my music. Yeah, stop fighting the music, y'all. Work with the music. That's what's up, man. When you go, how are you going to, or are you going to intertwine what you do with the comedy or the skits with the music? Yeah, I think I'm gonna do that too. It's definitely a space for it, man. I can't think of his name. I seen a video the other day where he was singing about chicken wings. He's a comedian. Yeah. And it was dope. It's like to see if you can sing, if you still can hold that melody and all of that, it's gonna be fire regardless. Right. People like to laugh. They do. They love to laugh about anything these days, man. It's just got to be right. As long as you do it right, you could do it. So and kill it at the same time. For real though. Definitely, man. Talk to me about with your Facebook following and everything like that, because that Facebook is definitely a monster. It is, man. Facebook is one of those avenues that pays a lot of money. A lot of people be on these other sites, but Facebook does give a lot of monetary benefits to people. So, you know, you get paid from so many different ways on there. I had a Facebook page of 8.9 million followers. I don't have that right now. Mark Zuckerberg, I need you to get at me, bro. I need to get my page back. Hit him. 8.9 million followers, man. I was changing the game for a lot of people, not just myself. I was putting a whole lot of people on, so I would love to have that page back, man. Definitely doing that, man. That's them Country Wayne numbers right there. Yes, sir. Yeah. Man. He need that page back. I just need the 0.9. I don't even need the 8. We got to get that though. What happened with the page? Like, how did that happen, bro? Like, I honestly don't know, man. Like, my page was back. It went down a couple of times, and then when I reached out to Facebook, they put the page back up, said it was an error. Yeah, inside it, whatever they got going on, they say it's an error. So the last time it went down, it came back up right when I was in the hospital for cancer. Right. I came out of surgery. Boom, my page was back. So it was up for about 3 months. and then gone again.
Gone again.
So and ever since I've been reaching back out to him, I haven't got a hold of nobody. So I don't know what's going on.
Let's talk about that, because we see that you got the tattoo and it's F cancer. That's how we all feel about it, man. You a survivor. Take us through that journey, because there's some people out there that might need that didn't know or didn't hear this message before.
Well, I mean, you know, I lost my mother to stomach cancer when I was 5 years old. So for me, I felt like I was battling cancer my whole life.
Yeah.
When you hear about what took out your parents and stuff like that, it's a thought. You know, every time I had a stomach ache, I'm thinking, oh man, my mom's died from cancer. So it was something that always followed me my entire life. And then my sister passed. Her name is Tanya Hampton. She passed like 5 years ago from the exact same cancer. And they caught it way too late. And I just remember the last speech we had with her, me and my siblings. She was just like, we need y'all to go and get do a gene test to make sure it's not a gene or whatever the case may be. So we did the gene test. Every one of us came back except for my youngest sister, LaToya. We all had the CDH1 gene mutation. So, you know, I'm being stubborn at that time. Like, my next to the older sister had found out she had cancer maybe a year after my oldest sister passed from
Was that it was the same type, or was it a different type? Same type. Wow.
We all had the same genes. So she had stage 1 cancer at the time, so she got her stomach removed. That's a new thing they doing now, where they remove your stomach. Sometimes they remove half the stomach. But the cancer comes back if they remove half, so they started removing the full stomach. So she got her full stomach removed, and then my brother Kevin Wesley got his stomach removed.
Was that preemptive, or did he was diagnosed as well?
He had an ulcer.
Oh, okay,
So when he had multiple ulcers, and they looked around and they couldn't establish his as cancer at the time. But because of what's going on,
genetics and history,
and he got his stomach took out. And once he got his took out, they noticed that the cancer wasn't even there. So I got 2 nieces that's younger. They had to get their stomachs removed too.
Wow.
And they actually had cancer when they removed it at a younger age.
Gotcha.
So then with me, I waited. I was stubborn, man. They had did theirs probably three years before me. I just kept going and getting checked every year. I didn't have it. And then the last time I went, I think it would maybe be December of 2021. I had stage 1 stomach cancer.
Wow.
And
that's what you getting checked every year, but at least you staying on top of it because you know your history.
I didn't want to get my stomach removed because like they did it 3 years before me, and I'm watching what they going through, and it's like, damn, I don't want to get my stomach took out. Like there's a lot of they couldn't really drink, eat, you know, work out and different stuff. The energy levels was low. So I was fighting it like, nah, I'm not doing that. So linked up with Yaki Awakened. And he was just telling me the herbalistic way. You know, some of the kind of like Dr. CB.
Right.
He's like Dr. CB 4.0 or something.
Wow.
He know the human body top to bottom. So like when I talked to the surgeon, he was telling me what was going to happen if they take the stomach out, what other stuff they would have to remove, lymph nodes and stuff like that. So I'm just like, okay, what do the lymph nodes do? He kind of was like, I don't really do nothing.
They got to do something. It's in there.
Right. I guess he just didn't want to break it down.
Like you putting together a desk, like them screws don't do nothing, and 5 months later your desk falling apart. Right.
Facts, man. So I talked to Yaki, and he broke down exactly what it do. And it takes toxins out the body. It's responsible for healing and all types of stuff. So he was trying to encourage me to go through his routine and not get my stomach removed. But it's a scary thing when you got family.
Right.
You know, my brother, my sister, everybody, you know, they like, yo, just get your stomach took out. And I went 6 months juicing fruits and vegetables. You know, I was 255 pounds.
Right.
Working out 7 days a week, lost all the weight. I'm 175 pounds on my surgery date. So the surgeon actually said it was the easiest surgery he ever had to do for that procedure.
Because you were in shape.
And my healing process was way different as well. I started, like my brother said that this is how he would drink water. This is how, and this is like years after the surgery. This is how he could drink water.
That's it.
Just it.
Just a little hit. Wow.
I remember coming out of surgery in the hospital bed. I'm on FaceTime with him. And I'm drinking like this.
At what point did he slam his phone down? I know it's not this type of situation.
He didn't slam it down, but he called it. He called his lady. He's like, yo, come here.
Look at this. Yeah.
I'm wondering why he's doing that.
Right.
He's super excited. So he was just like, "Come look at this, man. Look, he drinking a whole bottle of water. Like, look at this."
Mm-hmm.
And I'm just confused because at this time I didn't know that what he was dealing with as far as the sipping the water.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm just like, "What's going on?" He's like, "Man, I can't even." He said, "I have to sip my water."
Mm.
And I'm just like, "Wow."
But
so
that makes so much sense. It's a multi-level approach to it. Holistic, your physical fitness, and Western medicine and Eastern medicine at the same time. It's like you combine all three and you can see the results.
Yeah, and see, I did all of them. I actually had a lady from China that was helping me out too with some herbs and stuff as well. So it was like 3 different things I did. And over in China, when you talk about cancer in certain places, they be like, "What?"
Yeah, what's that?
It don't even exist in certain places like that. And it's cures, you know what I'm saying? So that's why I get on here and I talk like how I talk, to try to educate people. And it's not a death sentence anymore, man, when you get cancer, but you gotta be very disciplined. So to go 6 months without eating anything other than just juice and fruits and vegetables, no sweets, none of that. It's hard, but when you want to live, you gotta discipline yourself.
Right,
man.
put the cookies down.
Yeah, put them cookies down, man.
Right.
Put that meat down.
I'm trying to now. Put the cookies down. It's my vice.
Right. But the lightest weight I ever was after my surgery. I had dropped down 155 pounds.
Yeah.
This is right around my separation. You know, when the incident then went viral.
Right, with the phone and all of that.
Yeah.
See, that's another thing. Like when you start matching up dates and facts with what was put out there with narrative, that you like, okay, how much did you weigh at that time? You just coming out of stomach surgery.
Yeah, $155. Had a feeding tube. And this was right after I come out of surgery, so it's like I couldn't even I picked my little girl up the first day from the hospital. You know, my doctor told me don't pick up 10 pounds.
Yeah,
I wasn't thinking about that.
Right, you think about your baby. You been in the hospital, yeah.
Been in the hospital, so I mean, my daughter run to me. I pick her up. I get a hernia. So I had the hernia all the way up until February or March of this year.
Wow.
Because I couldn't get it repaired because of the other surgery.
Yeah.
So I just got that repaired this year. I remember I had posted something about it on the internet as well.
Right.
Yeah, 155 pounds, couldn't lift 10 pounds, none of that. So, you know, to go through all of that while still recovering from that battle it's just...
That's a different type of strength, bro. I got to hit the hype bell for you, man, because... They say stress will kill you within itself. So you dealing with all types of different stresses. You got stuff going on with your body. You trying to battle and fight cancer, which is genetic and hereditary, it seems like. Yeah. And you got to fight through all that, but you still come up on top.
Most definitely, man. God got me.
That's it.
That's my slogan, and I'm sticking to that. And that's how I move, man. Like, no matter what, I'm going to get those blessings from God because I move like that. Right.
Man, I can always appreciate that too. And I love how you, like you said, you got your fatherhood and you very vocal on that, even with the clothing and everything like that. You're very vocal about your blessings and how you move and trying to be positive and pouring to people. So we got this hype bell. We're just going to hit it one more time, bro. So that's what's up.
Appreciate it, man.
Definitely, man. Definitely. So all we got to do now is get that page back.
That's it, man. Mark, come on, Mark. And if you heard this story, man, come on, man.
Cancer survivor.
Real
dad.
Real father gang.
Right. Promoting health to people that need it the most.
Exactly, man. Hey, I want to see everybody win. I want to see everybody happy, healthy, all of that, man. That's what I'm about, man.
Right.
You know, I wouldn't wish what I've gone through on nobody out there.
Yeah.
It's a lot.
Yeah, but it's definitely inspiring because you have people out there that need to find out their family history.
Yeah.
Or need to not run from it. Like you said for a second, you like, man, I ain't trying to do that or this and that and the third. But at the same time, you were taking the steps. You were getting checked every year. You were making sure you staying on top of your health. Yeah. And just in general, us people, sometimes we don't do that and we need to.
Stay on top of your health, for real. Like you said, do the research, man. Figure out what your parents or, grandparents or anybody passed from and go get them gene tests done. It'll save your life in the future, man. You can start eating better now. And also stay away from stress, man. A lot of people don't realize you got people out here who eat bad every day. They do drugs, they drink, but they're not stressed out.
Right.
And I see some of these people live to 100 years old. Then you take a person who healthy,
right,
eating right, all of that, but you in a toxic environment, relationship, stressed out, all of that, and then you still die young. So that's the main thing too, man. You definitely want to stay away from any type of toxicity and all of that. Stress will kill you.
Yeah.
And I was raised by my grandma. She used to tell me that all the time when I was a little boy. Stress will kill you. Stress will kill you. And going through everything I've gone through, stress opens up those type of things. So if you have those genes, don't be in no toxic situation because that will activate them. And I've done a lot of research after that too as well, talking to people saying that going through stress like that can cause it as well. So
I definitely feel you on that. I definitely feel you on that. I think the unhealthiest I ever been in my life, I was in a but I was in a not a happy situation. You know what I'm saying? And I could just see, I do my annual every year. My doctor was like, "What's going on, bruh? Like you pre-diabetic, you got high blood pressure, he's like, what's going on?" He said to me, "What's her name?"
See? And you didn't know what he was talking about.
Exactly. Still, and I was like, "Hold on, what you?" Oh, okay, that makes sense.
Stress will do it to you, man. You know, you gotta live your life. You know what I'm saying? And you want to make sure you're with somebody who wants the best for you. Yeah. Just as much as you want the best for them.
That's right.
Like you should both be pouring into each other. No jealousy at all. Like you're on the same team, man. If you're in a relationship and you going through it like that, man, walk away from that before you end up with cancer or have a heart attack. And you see this all the time, man. I hear this about a lot of men, like and women. It goes both ways. Yeah. They healthy and they get in a relationship. 3 or 4 years married, 5 years, now they dead. It's like, what happened? What happened to their health? Right. So you just don't want to be in a toxic situation at all, man. For real. That's LaTruth right there. Yeah. That's what's up. Big facts. Hey, man, when is the album going to drop? What we doing? I got to come up with a date. Like, it's going to be before the year for sure. Okay. I mean, I feel like I'm going to have it within the next, I'm going to put a 2-month deadline on it. Okay. Because I want to lock in and I want it to be right. You know, it's going to be my first R&B project. So yeah. And it will be featuring some of the songs that I have right now. I Hate You More. I Just Wanna featuring D-Rose. Drop It Low will be on there. I may put a remake or something. We've been seeing the videos for Drop It Low on social media. We appreciate you. Hey, ladies. They lit. Ladies. They lit. Keep dancing to that music, man, so I can get this R&B album completed. Because when I'm watching y'all dance, it helps me get into that. That's it. Y'all gotta help him. Y'all basically like A&Rs for the album. Exactly. I want the R&B album out ASAP. Keep dancing to the music, man. That's inspiration. I'm gonna sit down and write a song. And you might hear a bar about what you had on in the song, so then you'll know who it is whenever the song comes out. There we go. So, he's a visual writer. Help him out. Hey, man, LaTruth, man, I appreciate you pulling up on us, man. For sure, you're a friend of the show anytime, bro. You can come and chop it up with us, for sure. Man. The Shari and Amora, I love y'all, man. You feel me? Real daddy business. Real daddy business. Real daddy business. All right, y'all. We're going to get back to this music on the radio side. Of course, on the interview side, we got another special guest coming tomorrow. You got to stay tuned to see who, man. Your boy Reese up out of here. Of course, for Magic 107.5, 97.5, and Reese Radio and Media Campus West. We gone.
It's time to see who's with Reese.
Hey, whoa, yeah. Who you with?